This conference will now be recorded.
The last class, I'll once brief it and I'll continue with the new topic today. So keep ready with your computers and the Excel software. So we will also start the practical sessions today. Now, as I talked, we are discussing about the financial modeling and valuation. So why do I wanted to do the financial model? What is the benefit for me to use to learn the financial model? See, as I am a client, or as I wanted to start my business, or I wanted to invest into somewhere, or whatever if I wanted to do, I need to know the level, and I need to know the market value of a company. So I cannot just go and buy blindly. So a few examples which I have given, as I wanted to start a franchisee with any of a company, or as you want to start it for Tata Motors, or I want to bid anything. It might be a government project or it might be a private projects. I just want to bid for the physical value. Next, if I wanted to purchase a share, means if I wanted to guide my client to purchase a particular share that where it can has a good returns in his future, or I wanted to acquire any of the infra. So if I wanted to acquire any infrastructure, that also I require something to analyze my business for all these reasons. So as I am a client, I need to know how do I invest, what to bid, whether I can buy the stock or not, and amount of the acquisitions. So these are all the main key points where your financial model will help you to analyze your status of the business with the assumption values. Now, topics that which we were covered yesterday was about the financial model. So, what is financial model? Financial model allows you to input a set of assumption about the company future. Then you can project the company future financial performances for them. So for your client, there's a minimum that is usually in the form of an income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement. In an additional, it is also often includes the calculation sheets as well as the sheets for the further analysis and the graphs. Sorry, added. had a technical issues in the audio. So with the financial model, I can assume and I can create some of the financial performance of the company, future financial performance. Now, now when it comes to the financial modeling in the Excel, so Excel is a tool where you can prepare a financial statement by predicting the company financial performance. In the sense, whenever I wanted to use the financial model, as I told you, financial modeling is a skill. It is not like a subject or whatever, it is a skill. So you need to use this skill, and you need to use some of the tool that where it will help you to build the financial model. So to do that, we will be using this Excel as a software for the financial modeling. So this is a explores and gibberish partial financial models where they were used as an investment bankers and a research analyst. Now, most of the time, which we can also do the case studies, and we can create any financial performance, any future financial performance of the company. So, financial modeling is also one of the highly valued topic. Means whenever you learn the financial model, you if you learn everything correctly, and if you start utilizing that into your real life, then this can be a very good subject where it can increase the weightage of your resume and you. So it is one of the valued, highly valued software. So it is also understood thinly. See, as I told you, it is a skill where you can analyze the finance thinly. You need to mix, in the sense, a small loophole also you should not leave. Every single detail you need to concentrate it. So whenever I do the expenses, or whenever I get an expenses, either the expense or the income, I need to represent the details exactly. So it should be evaluated exactly. So that is the main reason we use this financial modeling. So types of the financial model, like we can also take the business decisions, making investments on a private or a public company, pricing securities, undergoing a corporate transactions, merger, acquisition, divestiture, or the capital rise. These are all very important for the financial model. So in the financial model, there are some of the different types of uses, potential uses, like business valuation, debt affordability, strategic decision making, cash flow and capital budgeting, scenario planning. And the uses of the financial modeling is to manage the risk, valuating the company, valuating the asset, merger and the acquisitions, option pricings, budget and forecasting, capital allocations, raising capital. So these are all the uses for financial modeling. Now, Excel is one of our computer program, and also it is an electronic spreadsheet where you can keep the data in the form of software. So every data, whenever you are going to analyze it, that analyzing data should be kept at particular rows and columns. So where you can do it, that rows and columns are called as a spreadsheet. The table, that is called as a spreadsheet. It is used to organize data, create chart, perform calculations. Excel is convenient programming because it allows user to create large spreadsheets, references information, and it allows for the better storage of information. Excel operates like other Microsoft Office programs and has many of the same function and shortcuts of the other MS programs. So, yeah, what is the extension of Excel is Excel SX. So dot Excel SX is a extension of Excel. Introducing to the Excel, like if it is, as I told you, it is a program software. It can record and analyze the numerical data, Spreadsheet is a collection of columns and rows from a table. Alphabetic letters are usually assigned to the columns. Numbers are usually assigned to the rows. I'll tell you. We can deal with the numbers in one way or others. We are daily expenses which we pay for a monthly income that we earn for one to spend wisely. So whether it might be an income or versus the expenditures, you can handle it, you can analyze it, you can store it. So in the spreadsheet, it's nothing but like worksheet of the Excel is the collection of rows and columns. So rows and columns are nothing but the table which has the data which I can keep in the form of either row or column. So whenever it is been connection between the rows and column, so a joint connection between the rows and columns are called as cell. So where you type the data, where you keep the data. Each cell is uniquely identified using a cell address. So here, address of the cell is very important. Either we call the reference or we call the address of the cell. Columns are usually labeled by letters with rows are usually named with numbers. Those are all the important type of topic of Excel. Now we will start the Excel. Still you can't hear my voice. Is my screen is visible and am I audible for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, first to open a Excel, either you can go for start. In start, you can type Excel and open. It will open. Nor you can go for Windows R. Windows R is a shortcut for run. In run, you need to type Excel and press enter. Excel will open. So what you need to do here is like if I wanted to create my own worksheet, so an own work area, means for example, I want to create the format of the data by myself. So then you can go for blank workbook or else there are other workbooks which is already given here. So these are all we call it as templates. Now if I go for now if you go for templates, the templates will be already have a saved data formats or else either you can take from the internet. So whatever they have been posted here. So what are all the types of templates you require? Here you will be able to see business, personal, planners and trackers, list, budget, chart, calendar. Now think that if I click on budget, so budget related table has been applied here. So whatever the table means you want to take, click on that particular table. So I will select percent monthly budget and click on create. So once you click on create, immediately it has been created here. So these are all the information you can just fill it. You don't want to do anything, only you fill the value because the formulas, functions, everything is been given already here. So think that here I give 5,000, automatically monthly income is increased. Means here the data format is already defined to do the task. Only you will fill the information that is there. So this is called as templates. If I don't want, I need to create my own templates. You need to close this one. Go for edit. Sorry, home. In the file you can click on close. Don't save. So if you close, only it will close the sheet of the Excel. It will not close the workbook. Now, if I want again a new blank workbook, click on blank workbook. So here you can take a new blank workbook where you can create your own format. See, this is title bar. In every MS Office package, the first one in the top where you can see this close, restore maximum, few shortcuts. This line is called as title bar. So why do you call that one as a title bar? Because whatever I save for this file, the saved name will be given into the title itself. So you can either change the name as book 1 of any name whatever you want to save it as. So this is called as title bar. Next, the options which are there is called as tabs. So the options which are there here is called as tabs. The next, then after the tabs which you can see is called as a ribbon. So whenever you want to hide the ribbon, you can either hide or you can close it. So when whatever I wanted to do related to the tags, that information will be shown in the ribbon. Now next is formula bar. So in the formula bar, you will be able to see the formulas whatever we have typed in the Excel cell. The next we call this one as name box. Name box will show the reference of the cell, means address of the cell. This is whole spreadsheet. It is column. It is row. Okay. So in this Excel sheet, this is column and this is row. And so here the cell reference will be shown in the particular name box. We call this one as spreadsheet. This is scroll bar. horizontal scroll bar and vertical scroll bar, status bar. So once again I say title bar, tabs, ribbon, formula bar, name box, spreadsheet, column, row, cell, horizontal scroll bar, vertical scroll bar, and the status bar. So in this, the name box will help you to do what? See, whenever you are using the Excel, means whenever I'm using the financial model in Excel, it should not be that you always use the mouse, nor always you will use the keyboard. It should have a gradual usage, but most of the time than the mouse, I'll be using the keyboard. The shortcuts you should understand. So in the spreadsheet in the mouse pointer, three different types of pointers you'll have. One is this plus mark. The other one is if I keep the cursor on the exact outline of the cell, it will have another plus mark. If I keep the cursor on that dot, it will also have another plus mark, so it is in another format. So 3D Excel format and 4 arrows and the plus mark. So these are all the three different types of arrows will be represented, pointers will be represented in the Excel. Okay. Why to use that? So see, now I'm using this mark. This is a 3D. One more arrow will be 4 arrow. One more will be plus. Okay. Why I need to use this one? This 3D kind of pointer is used to select. This one is used to move, and this plus mark is used to drag. So this pointer is used to select, this pointer is used to move, this is used to drag. So these are all the main three different types of pointers we get in an Excel. So for example in the 3D, if I use, I can select like this. Then whatever I type, keep the cursor exactly on that pointer, on that outer border, click and drag and move anywhere. So it will allow you to move the values from one cell to another. I can again keep the cursor there. So if I keep the cursor, it will become 4 arrow. Hold the left button of the mouse, freeze it, then move anywhere you want. It will allow you to move the cell value or cell data from one position to another position. Then another one is to drag. So what do you mean by drag? So as I have this selected cell box, here the dot I can see, the dot of the cell is called as an iterator. So we call this dot as an iterator. So what do you mean by this iterator? It trades the value from the given data. From there I can trade it. So for example, if I keep the cursor exactly on the dot, it will become plus mark. So freeze the mouse button and drag down. Drag to any position. It can be x-axis, it can be y-axis, or it can be either the opposite direction, anything. So any angle. So x-axis of y-axis of any where you can drag it. Okay. Not it will be not in the form of 360-degree. It is in the form of angles like x-axis, y-axis. Anywhere you drag, it will repeat the same letter. So it will repeat the same letter. That is why we use drag. Okay. It is not like that. It will repeat the same data. It might be. It can also repeat it to the means. It can also give the continuity of any word. See, for example, if I type Monday
Sir,
and
can
drag
you
down,
repeat, sir?
which one? The drag option.
Drag option, sir. Like it, same letter as copied in computer.
Okay. See, for example, if I wanted to drag the word called computer, if I want to repeat this word, I keep the cursor exactly on the dot option, freeze the mouse button, drag down. It will you don't want to drag everywhere or every time down itself. It can be either the left side nor the right side or the top or bottom. It will work in the form of x-axis and y-axis. So anywhere you drag, it will repeat the same letter, same word, whatever you are going to drag. Okay. So it's not like that. It will repeat always same word. It can also give the continuity of the word. So for example, if I give Monday, day or a month, so we can say that a day or a month universally same means like they might be pronounced different in every languages, but when it comes to the Excel were introduced by the US. So in the US, the company they have introduced this Excel. So while they are introducing, some of their format itself has been fixed into this Excel. So now wherever they go in US, it has been common for them. After Monday, it is Tuesday only. After Tuesday, it is Wednesday only. So there is no any changes between the month or the days. So that is the reason they have already set the condition to continue the value if you drag. See, for example, if I keep the cursor exactly on the dot option, again freeze the mouse and drag down, it will give you the value of the next word. So now after Monday, it is not repeating Monday only, it is giving you Tuesday. After Tuesday, it is giving you Wednesday till Sunday, it has been taken. So again, if I continue the drag of that, what after Sunday will be repeated? Again, it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It is a loop where it will be continuing. So it's not like that you want to drag only the day. It can be month as well. So if I type Jan and drag, so it will give you the next word of the month. See, whenever, however you type the same manner only, it will give you the format. Now what happens? So now if I type Jan, first letter capital, it has been given in the form of shortcut itself, like short name itself. Now if I type with completely January, then drag, it will repeat with the full name itself. There is no short name. So if I type, even it can be repeated in the form of even or odd. Say for example, I type Jan, after Jan I type March. Now if I select that value and if I drag, it will repeat in the form of odd and even itself. Jan after March, March after it won't repeat April, it will repeat May. So how I will give and how do I drag, the format will be same. If I type everything small letter, then if I drag, it will be the small letter only. Everything if I type capital, then if I drag, everything will be in capital itself. If I type full January, it will repeat everything in the form of January itself. So if I give for day also, it is repeating same format. So these are all the known
Sir,
format that, yes.
sir, can you please repeat that odd and even, sir?
See, if you type Jan, after Jan, you can type March. Okay, select those two first. Then keep the cursor on the dot, drag. Okay. Now if I want, if I type Feb, then April, select those two, then drag. So this is how it is work. It will give you the format. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is not only with the month and day. It is also for numbers. So if I give just one number and if I drag, it will repeat same number. But if I give one and the next number, select it, then drag, it will give you the continuity of the number. So even numbers 1 after 3, odd and even format, 1 3 if I give, it will give you that format itself. 2 4 if I give, it will drag in the same format. It is not like every time it should start with 1 itself. It can be either any middle number. So for example, if I give 25 and 26 and if I drag, it will give you 25, 26, 27 and the further number. So if you observe here, every number in the cell will be started in the right hand side. Every alphabets will be started in the left hand side. So the alphabets will be in the left of the cell and numbers will be in the right of the cell. Okay. So same manner, now if I type with subject and number and if I drag, so it will repeat like subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4. So that is how you will be using this drag options. Okay. So cell references is very important. When it comes to the cell of the row and the column, here as I told you, columns are always named with alphabet. Rows are always named with numbers. Okay. In a spreadsheet, we'll be having an exact number of columns and number of rows. So now if I wanted to know how many number of columns I have, so I have almost 10,48,576 rows. You can note it down. So 10,48,576 rows we have and 16,384 columns we have. So once again I repeat, 10,48,576 rows. Then columns we have is 16,384 columns. So we have almost 10 lakh 48,576 rows, 16,384 columns. Okay. Now say numbers, if I even take, like say for example, numbers I can continue till 10,48,576. But when it comes to the alphabets, alphabets will never end with, like, see, there are 16,384. In the sense, I don't have 16,384 alphabets, I have only 26 alphabets. See, then how they are giving 16,384 if it is named with alphabets, columns if it is named with alphabets. See, it will give you first all the alphabets like from A to Z. After it has been given A to Z, again, now if you observe after the Z, it is AA, means every 26 alphabets will repeat to the other all, that means first alphabet. Again, B will repeat with the 26 alphabets. C will repeat with 26 alphabet. D will repeat with 26 alphabet. So, if I have taken, still we have literally 16,000. After two alphabets has been continued, then it will continue with the three alphabets. Means AAA, AAB, AAC. So then Z has been done. That Z of the value it will take with the second alphabet will be repeated. Means all AN will be repeated for the middle alphabet. So what will be the last column of the Excel is XFD. So XFD is the last column of the Excel. So this is how you will be naming. Now when it comes to the cell will be having an address. So for example, if you observe, now I will keep somewhere in for subject 1. Subject 1 has been typed in one particular cell. So it is being typed in which particular cell? See, this is in which column? G. And which row? 7. So G7 is the reference of the cell or address of the cell. So the address of this cell is G7. So G7 is an address of the particular cell. Now here, how do I select by shortcut? So without using the mouse. So as I told you here, you can use a mouse to select, but if I wanted to use the shortcut, means the keyboard, there are arrows. See, you have arrows here. Now think that if you move the arrow, top arrow, bottom arrow, left, right, anything, even the cursor also moves there. Okay, think that from H5 to K5 I should select. First what you need to do is, like, you need to freeze the shift, means hold the shift, where which side you need to select, either the right nor the left or what. So I need to select right side from H5 to K5. So after freezing the shift, move the left arrow, right arrow, hold the shift, then deselect it. See, like this. So hold the shift, then either you can select the left, nor you can select right, nor you can select top, nor you can select bottom. So this is the shortcut where you can use to select it. So now think that the cursor is in which reference? Can anyone tell? It is in which address?
A8.
So it is in the A8. Now think that I want to move to the next cell. You can use the arrow, or I want to jump from one to another. So for example, I am in 27, so I can move continuously. After that, I need to skip this E10 and I should jump to F10. So what you need to do is, like, you need to keep the control, hold the control, and just use this arrow. Once if you click, see, it jumps. It is a tab jump. See, it is jumping from year to year. Now if there is no any alphabets in between, it will jump to Tuesday, then Friday, next February. So it is continuously jumping from one place to another. To move faster, you can use the control and the arrow. Okay. So again, if I use control and if I wanted to move to the left, see it will move to the left. Or if I want to go top, nor I can go bottom. See, after 33, there was no any letters, words or anything that I have typed in a cell. So if I have to move, it immediately jumped to the last cell of the row. So this is how you will be moving the cell as well. So to move faster, you can use control and the arrows. This is also one of the shortcuts. So for example, either you can keep the cursor as well, but when you wanted to move, you can use this arrows and control. But how fast I need, how can I use this always arrows and control? Think that I want to go for a cell reference. So address a 98. So where do find that a 98? So it is very difficult to scroll it out and find it out where is this cell, where is that address. So what you do, if I have told you, what do you call this one tab as? Anyone can say?
Name, uh,
Name box.
name,
Cell.
yeah, name box, sir.
Yeah. So you call this one as name box. Now what I do, I type here that address a 98 and press enter. See, immediately it have moved to that particular address. This is also one of a format where you can move faster than the particular selecting time. Now you can either select it. Say for example, now I want to move to A1. I'll give A1 and press enter. It immediately comes to the A1. Now I want to select from A9 to A20. Sorry, H9 to H20 I should select. How do I select? As I told you, you can use the shift, you can use the arrow, nor one more thing. So for example, I can say now what I can do is like cursor is kept here. Once I will hold the shift. After holding the shift, hold control also. After control, if you just click the bottom arrow, immediately it will select the whole cell. Whatever it is being typed there, it will select all that. Now again, say for example, I want to select from Jan year. So that is reference of K9. K9 to, I need to select till K16. So here in the mid, it will continuously take. Again, control, shift, then the bottom arrow. If you are in the bottom, control, shift, top arrow. So if I want to go for right side, control, shift, right arrow, nor left arrow. So this is how you will be using to select it again. But think that I want to select from mid, where the reference H12 to, I need to select H17. How can I select from H12 to H17? Now if I use Control Alt bottom arrow, immediately what is the end alphabet, that way it will be selected in the cell. But it was not like that. I wanted to select, I want to select from Thursday to Thursday. Sorry, Thursday to Tuesday. How do I select it? As I told you, you need to go for name box. My first cell reference is H12. So you will give this colon. This is to symbol you will give. This is to is nothing but to create a loop between one cell to another cell. After creating the loop, then what you need to select is H17. You give directly H17. Now you see H12 is to H17, and if you press enter, it will select. Okay. So why do you want these shortcuts? Why do I want to learn the shortcuts? Because when you are doing the financial model, your case studies will not have only one or two column data. Your case studies will be having nearly 40 to 50 rows of data or 70 to 80 column data you will have. The more than that, the huge data you will be having. So if you need to be very fast, so there is a question that which has been given. I wanted to move to the particular cell where the cell is. You don't want to search, move, select it. It should be very fast. So you have the references that where you can move from one cell to one. So this is the main important addressing reference where you will be understanding. Okay. Now, once again, I repeat it. When it comes to the Excel, this is the title bar, this is the tabs, this is called as a ribbon, and it is a formula bar. This is called as name box. It is called as spreadsheet. Every column will be named with alphabets. Every row will be named with numbers. This is called as horizontal scroll bar, and this is a status bar. It is a vertical scroll bar. So, connection of this or adjoint of the row and column box is called as cell. Okay. So, each cell will be having an address. The address is column, alphabet, row, number. Okay, if I wanted to move from one to another anywhere from like immediately, then I'll be using this name box. I can give the references. It move from one to another cell directly. If you want to select anywhere in the middle, either you can use a mouse nor you can use this keyboard as well. Here you need to create a loop. So loop in the sense, if I wanted to connect at edge 10 or 15 is to the dot dot you need to give, that is nothing but representing the loop between one cell to another cell. So this is very important that where you will be learning. So cell references is very much important. Here again, if I give h20, it will select from h15 to h20 directly. But if I give only one cell reference, so if I give h8 and press enter, immediately it moves to the particular cell. So this is how you can either move directly from one to another cell, or you can select from one cell to another cell immediately. Understood? Any doubts?
So now you have told that H12 to H18 you had given also in the cell. So even if we given the cell, will it get selected, sir? Or we
Like
have to give it in the name box?
either you can give it in a cell, you cannot give. See, for example, I have given in the cell right here. In the
Yes.
A5, I have given H15 to H20. No, it will not select. Why do we call this one as a name box? So whatever the cell you have here, the reference or the address will be shown in the name box.
Okay, sir.
So it is nothing but your map. It will allow you to allocate the location immediately.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Any else? Anything? Any doubts? Okay. So shortcuts in the sense, see, this is to select. So how do I select it or to move the cell? One I have thought is to move from one to another with the tab. So think that I have kept the cursor in the A8. I want to move to D8, or I want to move to the next letter, or I am in the A9 to move from one to another. Wherever the letter it is there, it moves directly from it jumps from one to another. So first, what you need to use is you need to keep the control, then use the arrow, this left arrow. If sorry, right arrow. If I just click on this right arrow, it immediately jumps from one letter to another letter. Think that if there is no any letters in between, immediately it will jump to the end cell of the column or end cell of the row. So this is how you. Again, if I want to come back, left arrow. See it move this way. Or top one you can use, nor bottom one you can use. This is one shortcut. To select it, Either you can use a mouse. This arrow will help you to select the n number of cell, or directly any particular column or any particular cell. If I want to move in the name box, you need to type that. Say for example ZY15. If I give ZY15, so it immediately move to the ZY15. So if I again type A1 and press enter, it comes to the A1. Or if I wanted to select from anywhere to anywhere in the middle, say for example I11 to I17, I need to select. So if I give I11, give the these two symbol, the dot symbol, it nothing but creating the loop between the different types of cell reference. So again if I select I17 and press enter, immediately it is selected. Okay. So now think that multiple cell you want to select. Multiple cell in the sense not in the same way. Say for example, I want to select one cell is H9, one more is K12, one more is N12. How do I select it? In the keyboard. If you want to select in the keyboard, so which are all the cell you want to select? First press the control. If you press the control, it will freeze it. Now I have selected Monday, that is F10. Now I need to select K10. Again, don't leave the control, freeze it. Unless you will complete your selection of the different cell or different rows or columns, you keep with that control in a freeze cell. So I just select this and this and this. Now I select this one and leave the control, unfreeze. See, it is selected from A8 to A12, F10, K10, O10 and K13. So this is it selected. Now if I do anything to this, so for example, I will increase the size. See, only those data is increasing, decreasing. You want to give the color, you can give the color. Now if you want to highlight it, you can highlight it. So together multiple cell you can select. Together multiple data is also you can select. So this is how you will be using the references, means control and alt. Understood? So if I wanted to do it in the name box itself, use the punctuation comma. Say for example, I want to select A1, comma. I need to select D5, comma, C5, comma, J5 and press enter. See, those four is selected. A1, C5, D5, J5. With comma, if you can represent the number, it understands as a punctuation new cell immediately. Okay. So these are all the very much important shortcuts that where you need to practice it. Yeah,
Can you please show the controlled selection, sir, multiple cells?
yeah, I will show. See, first what you need to do, freeze the control. Okay. After freezing, which are all the cell you want to select, select it. Until unless you finish the selection, don't unfreeze the cell. Anything, either it might be a single cell, nor it might be a continuity of the cell. So I have randomly selected some of the cells. After selecting, unfreeze the control. So it has been selected. Whatever you want to do, you do. You want to increase the size, you want to give the color, or you want to make bold, whatever. Once everything is done, you can just unselect it by clicking anywhere. Understood? Did you understand that? Okay. So, any doubts? Okay. So now, how to freeze it? Just hold the control now. If you are keeping the control for a long time, means unless you are going to finish your work, just hold the control. Control should be kept holded. That is nothing but you are freezing the control. Okay. Unless you are satisfied with the selections of the cell, don't unfreeze the control. Means don't leave the control. Hold it and keep it. Okay. So now 10 minutes time I will give. Practice it everyone. If you have any doubts, let me know. Now all the yeah, we have 31 have been connected. All the 31 students has the computer, right? Their personal system with Excel
Yes, sir.
software. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now start practicing. Practice it. If you have any doubts, you ask me. I'll clear it. So 10 minutes time I'll give for your practice. Once the practice is done, I'll continue for the new topic. Because when we are doing the financial modeling, you should be very fast. So to be the fast, you should be very good at the keyboard usage. So you should be very good in the shortcuts to move from one cell to another. The references, if I say any references to move, immediately you should move. So you need to understand this shortcuts first. Okay, practice it. Selecting, moving the data, drag, references to select from one pair to another. Either you can use mouse nor you can use the keyboard with the control alt tab. So these are all the formats you practice it for 10 minutes now. Okay. So I hope you all completed practicing. So if you have no laptop for today, that is fine. But for the next class, please try to keep your laptops with you. Okay. But once after you got a laptop, try to practice in that. Next, see now I have told you about how to drag the options. Now even dragging. So for example, if I drag Monday, I'll get the continuity of the value. Think that I have some of the name details with me. Might be, so for example, if I'm doing some of the income statement or a cash flow, I have some petty cash expenses that which will happen every month. So I might have some of the petty cash expenses, conveyances, postal and phone charges, and you might have current account, bank account, telephone account, pay postage account, traveling expenses, office expenses, postal, telephone, miscellaneous. So there are like things that you have in number of expenses every month you will do it continuously. Now what I need to do every time the expenses to type it is difficult as we have copy cutters also you can do copy and cut or paste. So again it will take like from one sheet to move and another sheet. So I may not have everything, but I may have to be filled everything I should give. So now what you do to have your continuity data, so as we have done like Monday, January, so month, days and numbers, we can also create our own custom list. How do I create that one? Go for file option. In the file you need to go for more. If in your system if it is not showing more, it will show option directly there. So if I click on option, I'll be able to see the dialog box. In that, go for advanced. Once again I say go for file. In the file go for more. If there is no more, directly you will be able to see option. Click on option, or else in the more you need to click on options. After clicking options, click on advanced. In the advanced, scroll down it to the bottom. Here you have edit custom list. So click on edit custom list. So here, which it is already there, like Monday, days and months, which is already there. You cannot delete or you cannot alter that because they have already set the format. So you may not do anything. But if I wanted to create my own list, click on new list, enter the list entries here. So what will be the list entries? My all expenses names. What will be my expenses names? Say for example, I wanted to create traveling. So traveling expenses. See, if I wanted to create one more, you don't give space and type. Now whatever you give, if you give space and type, it will understand that one as a one word, means continuity of the same word. Either you should press enter in the next line. So next line, one more I'll type telephone. Telephone expenses, then postage expenses, conveniences, mm, office expenses, staff welfare. So whatever the expenses name you have, you can give miscellaneous. So like this you will give. After entering the list, you click on OK. So for you should add first. You should add. So once you click on add, immediately that will add in your custom list. Click on OK. Again you click OK. So now you type here traveling expenses. Then keep the cursor there, means dot on that dot, drag down. If you drag down till where you have typed, till there that will be repeated. So it is your own list. So this is how you can use this drag options. Now what you can do is like anywhere. So for example, if I use traveling and the postage.
Sir, one doubt,
Mhm.
sir.
Yeah,
Sir, in Windows 7, where we can get that more options, sir?
Windows 7 or like 2007 version you are using.
Yes, sir.
Same in file option only. File in the sense it will be like a start button, office button we call that one as.
Okay, okay.
But it will be like a start button in Windows 7 no. Flower like round color. So if you click on that option, you will have a options down. More or options it will be in the bottom. Did you get?
More and option, it is not showing, sir.
More in the option. Can you just send me the screenshot of that in the WhatsApp group itself of that thing?
Okay,
2007
sir.
is a very old version.
All non-product issues. Bill ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕಾ? Okay. Edit item.
Okay, sir, I'll send.
Huh. Once you send that, I'll see where it is. If it is not there, you may, yeah, it is not possible, we can do that. I forgot the name, what it would be in the 2007. You just send me the screenshot, I will say.
Thank you, sir.
ಅರ್ಥ ದಿವಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
So now if I give traveling expenses and postage expenses and drag down, same as usual. However, I told you in the previously, it will also give you in the form of odd or even format. It will be not like always odd or even. how many gaps you will give in between, that many gaps it will give you for the next type to drag. So now after traveling, I have given the postage, means I have left the telephone. In the sense, it will leave the conveyances, it will leave the staff welfare. So again, continuity it will take it. So one after one. So when it has been given, so for example, if I give traveling expenses, after that I'll give conveyances, then it will drag traveling, conveyances, then miscellaneous. It will leave the two in between. So like that, either you can leave any of in between, one or two, more than that. So however you want to. Now again, if I wanted to add some more expenses in that, again go to the file, click on more options, advanced, scroll down, edit custom list, select your list, then continue typing whatever the expenses you want. So if whatever the expenses if you want, you can type and just click OK, add and OK. It will be added. Now if I drag that down, it will give you the answer. Okay. So this is how you will use your own custom list. So then if I wanted to create a new document, I can go for new. It is a blank. Then you have this save templates. You should have an internet to load this. Then open is nothing but to open the saved file. Save is nothing but to save the file. Save as to change the location of the file or the saved with a different name, I can use the save as. Print will help you to print the particular document of your spreadsheet. Share is nothing but share will be from the latest version only. It is not the 2007 version. So it will share to you the cloud. Means if you have any website or OneDrive location that you can share to the cloud. Export is nothing but to export to the PDF. So if I wanted to convert my Excel, whatever I have done now, if I wanted to convert it to the PDF, so go for a file, click on export, click on create PDF. It will ask you to save the file. Whatever the name you want to give, you can give and save. So once it is saved in that location, it will also have a PDF. So PDF is nothing but portable document file where it is not possible for us to edit it. It is only read only. Okay. Next is publish. Yeah, share and publish is most of same. So still, if you have your Power BI or if you have your website and all, you can publish it. So close will help you to close. Means if for example I wanted to close only the present book, means I want to close this sheet, not the entire workbook, not entire Excel. That time you can close only sheet, not the entire Excel. If I wanted to close the entire Excel, then you can use the same tool, just close button. So account is nothing but you can directly log into your email ID for MS Office. So where you can access from anywhere. So that is why you can log into your MS Office. That is account. Now in the more options which we have completed for advanced. So there one more is for customize ribbon. See now when it comes to the financial modeling, it is not like that I may use all the tabs there. I may use home, I may use insert, nor I may don't use the page layout, or I may don't use the review. It might be like anything. I might use some of the tabs or I may not use some of the tabs. That time which tab I use more to show that, which I don't use, I can hide it, or I can create my own tab. So that tab I can give some of the options where oftenly I will use from the different tabs. Say for example, from home tab I might be using cell styles or numbers. From insert tab I may use chart. From page layout tab, I may use header and folder. Formula tab, auditing. Data tab, scenario for your data. Review or view, I may not use that. So, in individual tab, whatever the options I might use, only that I can create in my own tab. So, to create a tab or to hide a tab, we will use file. Again, more options. Here you need to go for customized ribbon. Uh, the doubt which you have asked that in 2007, you can see their Excel options in the bottom right side. Monisha, right? Who have raised the question?
Sir, I can see the option Excel options.
Click on that Excel options.
Ah,
Do you have the advanced?
this option. Now it is displaying, sir.
Okay. So in the Excel
Thank you, sir.
options, if you go for advanced, in the bottom line, scroll down, there you can see edit custom list.
Edit custom list. Okay, sir. I saw, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
So now I was teaching about customize ribbon. See, same, go to the same options, file, more options, here, customize ribbon. See, which are all the options are there, means which are all the tabs is being visible here. The tabs is also being given here. Home tab, insert tab, and see it is tick. I am going to untick those, review view, then click OK. See everything has been hidden. So I cannot see any of the tab there apart from the file. File or the file is a constant that you cannot hide or you cannot remove from there. That will be there. So you cannot do anything with the file. Apart from that, home tab, insert tab, review tab, view tab. So whatever the tabs were there in the Excel, I have written all the tabs there. But if I wanted to show only few which I require, so same options you go here, customize ribbon, whichever you want, you just tick. I might require home tab, I might require formula tab and data tab. So then click on OK. So if I click on those tabs, see only I can see home tab, formula tab and data tab. So only this much I'll be able to see. Now it is very difficult. Again, I want to go for home, pick a drop, formula, pick a drop, data, pick a drop. So it will be very difficult for me. So what I want to do is like I need to create my own tab where my own tab should will be have a required informations. So that time same options, customize ribbon. I'll just hide before I create new. Here you click on new tab. In the bottom here you click on new tab. So you can name the tab also. Select that new tab. Then you click on rename. Then I'll give. So I'll just give important tabs. Then okay, so it has been changed as important tabs. Now what I need to do is, like, under the tabs I need to create a groups, as you have seen here. So this many types of groups I need to create, which is required for me. So if you want to create, you need to rename this also. You select that, click rename. You can rename it. My groups. Then you can select the image also, whatever the image you want. Then I'll click OK. So my changed as a my groups. Now for this group I need to enter the informations. So here in the right hand, the left hand side, in the command box, here you select main tabs. So main tabs it will show home, inside, page layout, everything. Now if I click on this plus, it will show what are all the sub tabs which we have. So think that I want number. Select number, click add. So it will add under the my group. So one is enough from the home. Then from insert I have charts I require. So I'll select charts. Then I'll click on the chart. I'll cancel it. Then from the formula I require a formula auditing. I'll just click formula auditing. So then close. So from data tab I might require data tools. Then again I click add. It will add here. So after whatever the information you want to add it under the group, after adding, click OK. See, I have only important tabs, numbers, charts, formula auditing, data tools. These are all the standard tabs that where I can give it from under important tabs. This is my own I created. Means you are not creating any new options, which is already there. The sub tabs already there that you are adding into your tab. So it's nothing but like a shortcut. Means every time to find it out or to search from where to where it is, you can create your tab. Then under that you can give the important tabs where you always use, so you can directly use those now. So this is one of a method which will make your speed increase, or the accuracy of using Excel will be improvised. Now if I don't want this, if I want to delete it, go for same file, options, here customized ribbon. You can select that. You can click on remove. Or if you want to remove only the subtabs, select and remove. Nor the main tab, means whatever you have created, I'll select it and I'll click on remove. Now whatever I want, I'll give that, means whatever it was there in the Excel already, select those, click OK. So it will only show those many. So you're all understanding.
Yes, sir.
Ah. So now if I wanted to whatever the data, if I type here, so for example I'll just type chart. If I want to copy this data from one place and to paste to different place, I can copy. Control C is a shortcut, and wherever you want, keep the cursor and click on paste. So if you can paste. Control V is a shortcut. Then if I wanted to cut that original data from the position, cut wherever you want, you click and click on paste. So you can just paste there. So these are all the standard format like fonts. It is a style. It is numbers which you can increase the size. It is directly, it increases, it decreases. Bold, italic, underline. If I wanted to highlight it, see for example, if I print, I don't see the rows and columns. It will just print the data. If I wanted to print the row and column of the particular data, then what I can do is like select it, then go for this table like border, click on all borders. It will highlight the borders. After highlighting, now if I go for print, it will have this options. The row and column will be presented. If I don't want, select it again. Here you click on no borders, so it will just remove the borders. It is an alignment.
Sir,
Sorry. Yeah.
can you please repeat it, sir?
Okay. So if I wanted to highlight these cells, say for example, if I go for print, it will not give you the row and column of for that particular cell. It will only print the data. But if I want to print the data with row and column, select it, go for this border, click on all borders. So it will give you the borders for that. Later, if you print it, it will print with row and column for particular data. Say if I don't want, again you select the same thing, go for this border, click no borders. So it will remove the borders. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I want to highlight it, I can give the highlighters. This is highlighters. If I want to remove that highlighter, same place you go, you click on no fill. So if you click on no fill, it will remove the highlighters. So if I want to give the color for letters, it is for colors to the letters. So if I wanted to make normal, it's just like black. If you give, it will become normal. It's whatever the standard color, the text it takes black. Okay. Now think that what happens in real time when you are doing financial modeling, there will be so many rows and columns which make me to get difficulty to understand where to go from here to there to there here. So what I do is like I will type everything with the row and column, then I will hide that row and column. So we also call this row and column as a grid lines. So they are the grid lines. Grid lines are a supportive lines to type your data in a particular manner. Means think that if I don't have a grid lines, say now I have removed the grid lines, I'll tell you. So if I remove the grid lines, I'll be feeling very difficult where I can type the data. So how to do it? But in real time, what happens once after the data is been furnished, I will remove the grid lines. Why? Because to understand the structure of your data, because if there is a row, so much rows and columns, means if there is a grid lines always, my cursor moves from there to here, or I might see the different places. But if there is no grid lines, your observation will be on the data, not with the different grid lines. So once the data is been completed, we will remove the grid lines. So how do you remove the grid lines from the view? You need to tick on the grid. If you untick it, it will remove. If you tick, it will show. Once the data is completed, you can remove the grid lines. So that grid lines, you can increase the size of the cell or the row as well. See, for example, I will type something. So now I have typed this like computer is an electronic device. If it is in which cell address?
E16, sir.
Only E16, not with F16 and not with G16 and H.
No, sir.
ನೋಡ ಹಳದಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ
Why so assured about that? It has been continued now. It is not in the F16. Okay.
Because it is started from E column, sir.
E column. Okay. See, now whatever you see has a standard size. If you keep the cursor, see for example, if you keep the cursor on the row line or column line, either the left or right, wherever, you just click, don't move the mouse. If you just click, it will show the width of the column. Now my column width is 8.43 with 64 pixel. This is the standard column width for 2013 version, from 2013 version. But if you are using 2007 version, it is different width and different column height size will be there. And also if you are using 2007 version, it is not the cell which we have seen now. Means my here I have 10,48,576 and the column I have nearly 16,000 plus. So, but in 2007 that is not there. It is lesser than the present version actually. Somewhere thousands in the row and very less with the column. So you can see later. Now this is the standard width of the column and this is the standard width of the row 15 sorry height of the row 15.00 with the 20 pixels. Now if I come to the particular cell E16, now how you can understand whether it has been typed only in E16 or it is also continued with the other cell reference. Now I have started correct, I have started with E16 but it has been taken into the next cell also. No, so if I keep the cursor on the address, now I have kept the address on E16, so you can see in the formula bar. So formula bar will show what are the values are there in the cell. So now if I keep the cursor in F16, the formula bar is empty, means in F16 there is nothing. If I keep in 16, the G16 is nothing, H16 is nothing, only in the E16 it is there the value. Means it has been elaborated exactly, means it has been continued because the size of the cell is small. So I can increase it. Keep the cursor on the size there, that line, you will get some arrow, keep the cursor, hold it, move. So now you can see one cell has a complete word or a sentence. One you can do it in the easy also. See for example, it is small. Here I have very less words, so I can keep the cursor there and I can drag it. But if you have many words, if you have typed there, double click on that line. If you double click on that line, immediately it will auto fit. It will auto fit to the text. Okay. So now we'll see thing that if I wanted to increase the row also, or if I wanted to increase the column also, I can increase it. I'll just increase this row and I'll increase this 3. Now if you see, the text are in the bottom line always. Now not only the text, if the numbers are there, numbers will be in the, say for example 256 if I give, that is also in the bottom, but numbers will be in the right side and alphabets will be in the left side, in the bottom. But if I drag this cell, I should get it into center, nor I should move anywhere else. These are all the alignments you use it. So this is the alignment. It is a top alignment, it is a center alignment, and it is a bottom alignment. To move in the, this is used for the x-axis if I wanted to use it for the y-axis. So yeah, I can use this center alignment and the left alignment or right alignment. This will work, this alignment will work in an horizontally, this alignment will work in an vertically. So in the center you can go for middle, nor top nor bottom. In the left you can go for top, middle or bottom. In the right, bottom, middle or top, so anywhere. So vertically and horizontally to move the letters you can use this alignment. Now if I wanted to change the angle of my text, you can change the angle of your text. So I can either change it for the clockwise, any format, vertically, horizontal. So whatever the format you want, you can. So exactly I want to get back with the 90-degree, or like whatever the exact alignment I should get, in the sense, go for this alignment, click on format cell alignment, more format cell alignment. So if you click, you will get the angle option here, orientation. So here you can get it into 90-degree, or you can give by yourself. So if I type 90, automatically it will give 90. Now I need to change it again, formatted. So it should become the 0, means nothing. So if I click and drag, so if you click on the red color button anywhere it is, click and drag it till the 0. So if 0-degree, in the sense, it's a normal. So how you can see here. Now I will not increase the size of my cell, but text is being elaborated from the, it was just went out of the particular cell. I wanted to wrap the text into the cell itself. Then you will use wrap text. So if I use wrap text, that text will be wrapped in one cell. So it will not move. Means if you are typing, it will not move further. It will try to type in a same cell if you wrap. Okay. So like this. Once it is been done, automatically it only increases the size of the cell, however it requires, based on the paragraphs. So if I don't want wrap text, again you just click on the same wrap text, it will remove the wrapping. Okay. So now whatever I type, so for example, I wanted to do petty cash book, monthly expenses, or petty cash books, or I wanted to create monthly budget. So budget for office, anything. If I wanted to type, say for example, I'll type the heading. See here also it has been continuously continued till L. So means from J24 I required till L24. So what I do, I select those three cells together. It's not like three cells. You can select n number of cells, individual line. So selecting the three cells, or like a thing that I will select till M24. After selecting, click on merge and center. So if you click on merge and center, that all four cell will become one cell. Now it is not K24 nor L24 nor M24. It is only J24. Why it is J? Why can't be K? Why can't be L? Why can't be M? What will be the first cell to be selected? From there, if you are selecting, that will has a priority. So it will occupy the text from there. So where you have typed the text from that particular cell, it will occupy all the other cells to make it as a one. Now either though, say for example, if I say I'll keep somewhere else, I'll type K24, it go to the J24 only. If you type, if I want to move to M24, it still goes to the same J24 only. Means all the four cell has been merged into the J4, J24. So then you can type the headings. This is another manner for merging it. Okay. Now mainly we come across number. This is very important for our financial model. So when you are doing the values, say for example, in a cell you can type anything. It might be alphabets, it might be numbers, it might be special characters, anything. So I can either type ABC, or I can give 1 to 4 or 1 to 5, whatever, or special characters, whatever you want, you can type it. Thing that I want exactly to be specified there means if I give that cell, it should only take alphabets, it should only take numbers, it should only take the special characters, nor it should only take the currency type, nor I need to give only the date or time. So to that time we use this number. Now I will specify the cell format. Now I have kept the cursor in D20, D42, or else I'll select some 4 cells. Now if you go here in number, it shows general, no specific formats, anything you can type. If you give number, number will be taken. Currency, currency. Accounting, accounting. Short data, long date, short date, long date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific. What you need to specify there, you can specify. I think that number I will give it. So if I give ABC, it takes ABC. But if I give number, that will have a decimal. So numbers will give you, means whenever you are doing in a bill or something, that bill or whatever, decimal is mandatory. Even though if there is no value for the decimal, means if there is no any value in that, still you should give that 00 is very important. Automatically, now whatever if you give the single digit nor double digit, automatically it takes with a 0 value. So now it's a number, it is specified to take only the numbers. See now in D46 I have not specified anything. Now if I give 95, it takes 95. So it has been continually means understanding. See, these are all general only. But when it is taking the reference of the previous cell also here, that also will happen. Means whenever I am doing, it only not work with the present cell. It also take the reference of your previous cell or it take the reference of next cell. So if I type some ABC, then if I type number, then again it is taking the reference of the cell. Now somewhere else if I type, it is only the 25.
Internship class ಯಾವುದು ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾವ ರೂಮ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಇದೆ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು
Time.
ಅದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ
So if I give numbers, it takes the numbers. That is the same format. Whatever the specification you need to specify, you can specify it. So think that I will give currency. It takes the currency automatically. It takes the dollar. So why can't it takes the INR? Because this is a software were developed by the US company. They have specified as a dollar. Can't I change the currency? You can change the currency. How do you change it? Go to this format. Again, you go here. Click on more number formats. The currency, you can see the symbols here. Symbols. So I'll go to the INR. INR in the sense they have given some of the name city names here, the language names. So anything you take Kannada, Hindi, whatever, it takes the particular INR only. So I'll just select Kannada, then click OK. So it takes the INR for that. Now the references you can give it. If you are dragging, give 85, 49, 95. Now if you have dragged there, it automatically understands as the reference of INR. See, now reference it is taking in the same cell. You don't want to do again and again there. This is how you do the referencing. Now if I wanted to do it in the form of time, or if I wanted to write it in the form of date, so I will click short date. In the sense only it shows the numbers. For example, today is 25/11/2021 is a short date. If I give long date, it will say November Thursday 2021. That is how the long date is given. So if I give short date, now think that I'll give 25/11/2021. It just prints the same manner. But if I specify long date 25/11 See, first you should give month, then date, then year. See, Thursday, November 25, it automatically takes 11, 25. So it is taking only as a date. So this is how you specify. Now it only takes the date format. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is the Excel shortcut and basic options. Number. You go through with these numbers everything. Okay. In the next class, I will start the functions, basic functions of Excel. Okay. So two more class we will do Excel only. Once the Excel you get into the uh, touch. So once you understand the rows and columns, how to work with Excel, how to use the formulas, how to do the functions, then we will be going into the financial modeling. Exactly the financial modeling topics we will start. Okay. Any doubts? So now whatever the versions you have, the better version is the present version because in the 2007 version, no much options are there what you are going to use in the present version because many things are easier than to use in the present and many options are there. So better install the present version either 2016 or 2013. 2010 is also fine. 2010 also supports with the present version options. Okay, but 2007 is very outdated version. You might not find few options there, even though if you update it. So now, any doubts? You're all understanding my teaching? Am I going fast or too slow?
Yeah.
Fine then. So today we will wind up. Tomorrow I will continue the class. So until that you practice well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.